Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're in something small but something cute. Renault's smallest offering, the Renault Kwid. Funky little city car. It reminds me a little bit of the Renault 5 from 1984 that we just bought. It's got that small car sort of appeal. But it's different, obviously different to the Renault 5. It's very modern inside here. I love the seats. Really cool, trendy seats. In a car of this price range, you don't expect to get this cool factor. Well, you kind of expect to get this cool factor from Renault, and they certainly have delivered. The touchscreen is very groovy. Radio works okay. It's not gonna blast you out of your seat, but you're going to be able to listen to your favorite music. It's got a USB port, cigarette lighter, and electricity output. Good ground clearance. I think it's got about 170, 180 mils of ground clearance. They call it the Climber, so it's not just a climber by name, it's a climber by nature, ladies and gentlemen. My first impressions of this car when I was driving it were the gearbox was a little bit agricultural. It reminded me of an old Toyota Corolla gearbox from the 90s. But once you get used to it, its ratio, it really is good little box, economical little engine. You can get sort of 5-6 liters per 100 k's if you drive it slowly. Only 300 rand to fill up the tank, albeit it's got a small tank, but nevertheless, if you're looking for something economical, you're gonna struggle to beat this. The engine is a bit noisy. They could have had a little bit more noise damping on this vehicle, that's for sure. But in this price range, you're not going to get Audi A8 sort of refinement, and that's fine. But they've gone with a cool factor. Being cool is important for this segment. This is aimed at your sort of 18 to 40-year-old sort of segment, and upwardly mobile singles, and somebody with a small family. I like the aircon is very easy to use in this vehicle. Nothing's complicated. They've gone for French cool, but they haven't gone for French sort of irritation value they've gone for French cool, but it's not over the top. It's easy to understand. Old people would be fine driving this vehicle. The engine is fairly noisy, but it goes. You can comfortably do 120 on the highway with this vehicle, no problem whatsoever. Because it's got higher clearance, you do get a nice kind of almost an SUV type sitting position here. You're not low down, it's definitely higher up. I'm almost 6 foot and my head's almost touching here, so for really tall people this might not be the car for you. They've got the ABS brakes in the front, which is good to see. Tick along really nicely at cruising speed. That's 4th gear into 5th gear. But you do get that slight tractor sound of the engine. Let's see what the handling's like down in the 3rd gear. You do get a fair amount of body roll, but if you want good clearance, you're going to expect a bit of body roll. Some people have said the brakes aren't that good, but I found them to be perfectly fine. Got disc brakes in the front, so from that point of view, not a problem at all. This is basically for somebody that wants a little city car to zoot around, still look cool. And you can definitely look cool in this car, no doubt about that. There's been some question marks about Renault reliability over the last 20 or so years, with the Renault Scenic giving quite a few problems, but this vehicle, but they have improved their reliability in recent times, Renault. So you want to call the car a climber? Let's see if it can climb up this pavement. Certainly can. Clearance isn't a problem. Okay, very nice indeed. So you call it a climber and it can climb. That's a point for you, Renault. Probably with better tires on here, you could definitely go places. Certainly as is would be good on gravel. Here's a little nibbler. No problem whatsoever. Very impressed. It's got a bit of off-road ability, this car. I think this with an all-wheel drive version with some proper all-terrain tires. It's got good departure angles, good clearance. Put a bash plate on there, and you're in business, ladies and gentlemen. Suspension is good. It's got a proper handbrake. Let's get it down the straightaway. Third gear. That's impressive, ladies and gentlemen. They called it the climber. Guess what? It can climb. Decent clearance on this car. You're pretty good on gravel. Only problem is the tires are really small, 165 by 70 on a 14-inch rim, only 3 bolts. I would prefer a little bit more voltage for added safety. Does look really nice in this navy blue, I must say, and with the sort of chrome rims, pulls the whole truck together. The nicest feature of the Kwid is undoubtedly the front end. Looks like something almost of a sports car or a high-end luxury SUV. This car does really bounce between an entry-level, affordable, super compact SUV and a few touches of class, I dare say. It's got ABS brakes, which is good to hear. I had heard some complaints about the brakes, but this particular model has disc brakes on the front, which is good, but on the back only drums. In terms of space, plenty of space for 2-3 kids at a push. I wouldn't do long distance driving in this vehicle, but it's very coolly laid out. I'd say this is got the coolest interior of all the cheap compact SUVs. Pint-sized SUV, shall we say. One thing I don't particularly like is you've got to use the key to open up the boot. There's no switch, but it does have this very nice camera here, which works a treat. Boot space is decent. A little bit industrial here with kind of the metal showing, but good space here for this price. You're not going to get the roots, but they've really styled this nicely, so you can have an affordable car but still have some of those nice touches. There is a nice button here for the boot, so you do have an alternative to using the key. Well done, Reynolds, on that. A few little touches here you can see that I could see could be problematic is if you look here, the stitching around the gear knob is already a little bit, looks like it's coming a little bit loose. And the car's only got 2,750 Ks on it. Big glove box here, very big actually, you can fit quite a bit in there. Well done, Reynolds, on that. I like the air vents. Very funky, reminds me of a 230E Merc. The controls are very, very easy. I like the controls on this Renault. It just, everything's easy to work. Air conditioning, all your buttons. It's not complicated. It's super easy. And there you go. That's your reverse camera. Very nice camera indeed. It's an overcast day, so you can't see quite as nicely, but it's as good as any of the 600,000-700,000 rand German cars I've driven. Does everything you need. No sat nav on this car, but at this price range you're unlikely to get it. Doors are got a little bit of a sort of a plasticky type feel to it, but the seats are really, really cool. Some of the coolest seats you're gonna find. That's the thing with Reynolds. You can question their reliability, but you can never question their coolness. Everything's cool. Also, for the windows, they don't go up and down on the door. It's functioned over here. Just that Reynolds, something a little different. One little thing I don't like is when you stop the car, it doesn't automatically pull the knob up. So you got to press the button. Not a major deal, but I guess these are some of the little points. And you'll feel good driving it. It's got a happy sort of a happy vibe, so to speak. All in all, I'd probably give it, I mean, for what it is and this price range, I give it a good 7 out of 10. You really can't go too far wrong. Catch you next time on Africa Sideways.